Hey everybody, Spoonfed here, and today we're going to take a look at how to create a torrent and how to share that torrent with a small group of people. And we're going to do a lot of technical stuff as well today, so let's get it out of the way. What do you need? Well, you need the IP address for the outside world, and you need your internal IP address, and you need to set up your modem. And well, let's just tackle one step at a time. First things first, your IP address. Well, mine is blocked, obviously, but you go to whatismyip.com and you're gonna note this field right here. Whatever's in there, you're gonna write it down, or you're gonna copy and then paste it in a notepad file or whatever. That can go away. Next piece of information, what we're gonna do is here in search, we're gonna do CMD, and that stands for command. It's command prompt. You're gonna run it as not as administrator, because I don't think you need it. And you're gonna run ipconfig/all. Like, get a whole bunch of information, but basically the only thing we are interested in is right here. Right click and then mark. You can actually mark lines, and if you press enter then you will copy it, but I don't need to copy it right now. You're gonna get the default gateway, which is the page to your modem, and you're gonna jot down this address right here. So you're gonna, in my case it's 192.168.1.88, I mean .128, and my default gateway is this. Let's see if I can go there, see what happens. No, it's error. Thought so. Yeah. Okay. So what you're gonna do is go to your modem page, which is normally the default gateway, because now I'm at a virtual machine. The addresses are slightly different, but that's okay. I blurred out the information here as well. That's another problem. In case you don't want to go to whatismyip.com for some reason, the address is usually also on your modem page. In here, you're gonna go to basically whichever one is yours for port forwarding, it's called. You can go to the site. Oh, I was already in portforward.com. Here there's a list of routers or modem routers, and you can follow this guide if you don't know how to set up a port forward. Keep this page open, because what we need to do, lastly, what we need to do is jot down this port. That's it, basically. So you have your outside IP address, which is also called your WAN1 IP. The port, we got that one, and your internal IP address. And if you have those three, then we can start. And the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna go pardon me, go to microtorrent, to options, preferences, where you can also see at connection, you can see your port. But if you go to advanced, there is a option here. It's called BT enabled tracker. You need to make that true, so true, I'm gonna say okay. Verify that it is on true right now. It isn't true, yeah. That asterisk in there, you can see that it's a modified value. Normally it's on false. What does it mean? Well, when we create a torrent, which is file create new torrent, we're gonna add a file. Let's see if I can get a file. No idea. For example, this one. Let's add that one. Here, there are two UDP trackers. Well, you're gonna delete those, and you're gonna make it this, and then your one IP. So let's say in my case it's 111.111.111.1. Then the port that we just got, the port that's here. So let's do that one, and slash notes. That's gonna be your tracker. So because a tracker is basically a process that is following the development of the torrent. You can place a comment if you want. I would suggest leave this on auto detect. Also start seeding, because the moment you are not seeding, other people cannot download it. So start seeding. Let's see. Yeah, we got everything. So we're gonna do create and save as. So now it's gonna create a torrent with that tracker, which doesn't work now obviously because my IP is not that. But I didn't have the. I don't want to blur it again because it takes a lot of effort to do that. And you could not read what I would be typing there. Well, here you have a lot of stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna call it Spoonfed. Now we have Spoonfed.torrent, and close this one. Alright, why didn't you do that? Here. Oh, it's because I loaded that file. Oh. Yeah, that was probably not a good idea. Alright. Let's create a new torrent real quickly. Because that one. We don't have that one yet. Create and save as. Spoonfed. Save. Yes. Now, as you can see here, in the case that this is put in correctly, this will be going because you no, we need one step more, sorry. So we're seeding this torrent, yes, blah blah blah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a custom application torrent tracker. Well, the port that we're gonna trigger is this one, and we'll make it both. And then we're gonna save. And we're gonna add custom server torrent tracker. In my my case it was 88.128. And do the same here. Save apply. Now everything should be working right now. The only reason it doesn't work with me is because the values don't add up because I'm in a virtual machine. But just remember, it's this port that you need if you're using microtorrents. Enable the tracker because that's the embedded tracker, so that's your IP, and IP is listed on the site. I'm gonna remove this stuff because and that one triggering, that one. Then you also need your modem page, which is usually your standard gateway, and in there you're gonna set up a port trigger if you have the need for that to go through the firewall for router, and to port forward it, so the virtual server in my case is that takes care of that, is when something comes in on that port it will be forwarded to the IP address and then the port, which is what you want. So yeah, there's nothing more I can really say about this other than as a tracker you do HTTP semicolon slash slash and then your outside IP with the port slash announce, and then that's it. And then you have created a torrent. Now in case of the other stuff that you can use, you can also do create torrents, because there are usually trackers in here which I've deleted, which is not very it's better to leave those two trackers in there just in case. But this is how you share with other people. This is not used for like big time sharing. If you want to do that, then it's better where you upload your torrent to whichever site you upload it to grab the trackers from that one and then upload it to the site and then have people download it. But in this case, yeah, this is for just people that, because there's also nobody is downloading stuff from me right now, so that's also the case why I'm not sharing or seeding at the moment. But I hope it's a bit clear how you create a torrent and then share it with a small group of people. Because right now you're gonna give the torrent out to somebody and then they will grab it from your PC. That's basically it. But if a lot of people do it at the same time, then normally your PC will be heavily low, like, how do you say that? The load on your PC will be heavily exerted or something. At least you will be noticing a drag on your network capabilities. Whereas in this case, some people will download some files and then other people will download some files from that computer, and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, there's nothing more I can really say about this. So have fun with torrents, and the easiest way is still to look them up, search for them on the internet. That's the easiest way. I mean, there are a ton of sites out there, and another way to download stuff is Usenet and news groups and stuff like that, and that's what I will be discussing next time. Have fun and take care.